On Saturday afternoon, Arsenal will be in the Emirates Stadium in the Premier League playing Burnley, who are second bottom in the table right now. Coming off that really good performance against Sevilla, you'd hope we would continue with that type of form and that type of performance against Burnley at home. I mean, Burnley are only second bottom by goal difference. They could easily be bottom of the table. So this is a game I expect Arsenal to go in, dominate, and walk away with a comfortable victory before we go into the international break. So in today's video, we're going to be previewing the game, talking about the potential matchups, the potential starting 11 that we may see, and how I think the game is going to go. So what's going on, everyone? You're listening to Gunner Central here. I hope you're all doing well. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, going into this game against Burnley, I really can't tell you where our form is at or how we're looking. In our past 5 games, we have 3 wins and 2 losses, with our last game being the win against Sevilla to stop the rot after 2 consecutive losses. That Sevilla performance has given me a lot of confidence that maybe that was a little blip against Newcastle and West Ham, because although as much as we got robbed against Newcastle, we have to admit that we weren't a good team. We didn't play well. We didn't deserve a win. But that Sevilla performance, we easily could have made it 5 or 6-0. We walk away as 2-0 victors, but it feels a lot more comfortable than the scoreline suggests. Burnley's last 5 games are atrocious, absolutely atrocious. 5 games, 5 losses. They got smacked by Everton, smacked by Crystal Palace, narrowly lost to Bournemouth, smacked by Brentford, smacked by Chelsea. This is what's making me think we should go in there and absolutely dominate. The way Vincent Kompany plays attractive football allows their defense to be opened up time and time again. This is not the Championship. This should be a game where Arsenal absolutely batter Burnley. One thing I do want to keep in mind though is if you look at our last 5 games against Burnley, it's been very close affairs. We've had a 0-0, 1-0 win for Arsenal, 1-1 draw, 1-0 win for Burnley, and a 0-0 draw, 1 win apiece, and 3 draws, and it's been by 1 goal margins. Hopefully, Arsenal can go in there and absolutely batter the 1 goal margin rule and walk away as comfortable victors going into the international break. Now, as far as injuries go for Arsenal, we obviously have Timber out, Smith Rowe's going to be out, Partey, Jesus, Odegaard, we still have no idea what's happening. Bukayo Saka, I do think he'll be fine. There's no official word on anything. I hope he'll be fine for Burnley. And Eddie Nketiah is also going to be rumored to be out for the Burnley game. So I can't really tell you how we're going to be looking. It's really dependent on who's fit and who's not. Now, as far as injuries go for Burnley, Foster will be out with mental health problems. Ekdal, Benson, Obafemi, Al-Dakhil, and Ramsey are all also rumored to be out for the game. So as thin as we may be, Burnley aren't too good on the injury front neither. Now into Arsenal starting 11 that I would play if I was the coach. In goal, I think it's obviously going to be David Raya. Left back is where it gets a little tricky. Tomiyasu's been really good. But against Burnley, do you want to have a little more creativity in midfield? Maybe if Odegaard's not playing. And if that's the case, I would start Zinchenko at left back, purely because I do think Odegaard's going to be injured. So you'd want more creativity in midfield. You saw Arteta make that substitution at halftime in the Sevilla game. Even though Tomiyasu was doing really well, Zinchenko came in, controlled the game, and looked really good. So I would start Zinchenko at left back. Right back would be Ben White, and my 2 centre backs would be Gabriel and Saliba. No change there. In midfield, I think if we're starting Zinchenko, you can go a little more physical potentially. So I'd have Jorginho at CDM. My midfield would be Declan Rice next to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz looked decent against Sevilla, looked very good defensively, so I won't mind starting him against Burnley. Fabio Vieira came on for a short time against Sevilla, but still didn't really look too good. So for me, my midfield would be Jorginho, Declan Rice, and Havertz. My front 3, Saka and Martinelli, have to be starting. That's if Saka is fit. Martinelli and Saka were absolutely superb against Sevilla. I expect them to boss the game. I expect them to dominate Burnley. So for me, those 2 are starting at my wingers. And at the striker position, I mean, Eddie Nketiah is rumored to be out. But even if Eddie Nketiah was fit, based on that performance against Sevilla, you have to go Leandro Trossard. Really good performance. Got a really good striker's goal. And he looked really good when he dropped deep, when he played up high. Very good false 9 against Sevilla. And I think you can pull that off against Burnley as well. So up top, I would have Trossard. But yeah, guys, that's my starting 11 for the game. What would you change in the starting 11? How do you guys predict the game will go? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.